Greetings and salutations, this is Rick. I hope you're having a great day. Right, we are camping. We are at Ashen Plains for our winter camp. There's the little building. I'm sure you've seen that before in other videos. And I've just arrived, had a quick word with Dave, the owner, and I've now got to figure out how I'm going to live in this space for the next 2 days. I have bought so much stuff with me, it's unbelievable. I've got to find homes for it all. So let me get organised and I'll come back to you. Right then, there we go. I think I've got it as about sorted out as it's possible to be. We've got the most important thing, the coffee machine. That's set up and ready to go, but I've just remembered the one thing I forgot to bring with me was plates. Why would plates be important when it comes to coffee? But unfortunately, the one thing I forgot to bring was cups. So I'm going to have a quick chat with Damon and see if I can chat him up to let me use some cups, or at least borrow a cup. But the bedding, that'll go down later, but for now I'm just leaving it out of the way. There's a load of goodies for going in the... We're going to have like a little buffet in the little clubhouse there. So that'll be gone soon. So I've managed to free up the rest of the space. I've got the fridge up there. Damon's lent me his little 2 foot wide seat cushions. So I've got a little seat and I've got the fridge, and it opens, I think. Yes, it does. Lots of goodies in there as well. And so you may have guessed, I'm off the carnivore wagon this weekend. I'm going to enjoy myself and I'll regret it all on Monday, but then I'll just get back on the wagon again on Monday or Tuesday, and then carry on. And I think that's going to be how my life rolls. Now, as far as the bedding goes, I've just tucked it all here for now. I'm trying a new thing. This is what's known as a coverless duvet. So it's basically a duvet that does not require a cover. It's got its own cover, and this is a 10.5 tog. I'm going to be trying it out tonight. I've also bought my old Aztec sort of blanket just in case I need it, but I don't think I will. It's going to be a very mild weekend this weekend. I mean, even right now it's very mild. I think it's about 11 degrees, and this is like, you know, sort of early November. Normally we used to nickname this camp McMurdo because it was so blooming cold, but it's actually really mild. We've just had a quick chat with Dave, and he's come in and put the little fireplace on, so that's getting the back boiler working, so we're going to have some warm water for showers in the morning, so that's all good. It's all looking rather splendid, and I'm very, very relaxed to be here. Kind of glad to have this weekend because it's I've been like full on for the last 2 weeks, so I'm just going to kind of unwind and switch off this weekend and just enjoy it. And straight away I'm looking up there, looking at that beautiful blue sky. That's a lovely, lovely sight to be seeing. It's a little windy out there, but the trees as well are also looking colourful. Dave said normally this time of year the trees are bare, but they've been very late this year, so we've actually still got some nice colours and everything. We've got a couple of neighbours, a couple of little Shetland ponies as well. Haven't been over to them and say hello yet, but I shall do at some point shortly. But first things first, let's ask Damon for some mugs. He's hiding. Here he is. Right. Oh, he's got his... Brilliant. Yeah, this is sort of like an early Christmas for us. So he's got his Christmas tree. Oh, that's your hoopy Christmas tree, isn't it? That's very cool. I like it. So all we need now is some Christmas jingles. That's a Christmas jingle machine.
Speaker, yeah.
Or speaker.
My DAB radio we used last year doesn't do the Heart Christmas thing anymore because it's not DAB Plus and they've changed it over.
That's no good. First world problems. I didn't bring any mugs. Have you got any spare mugs?
No. Alex is bringing those later, isn't he?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Well, if you want a coffee, you'll have to lend me one.
No worries.
So, of course, that died down quick. That was a roaring fire a minute ago. But I'll tell you what though, that belts out the heat. It's gorgeous. Yeah. I was sat there chatting to Dave earlier, and I just had the back of my legs towards it, and I could feel it like cooking the back of my legs. It was so fierce. Oh, Damon's bought lots of healthy foods, I see. Oh, yes. yeah.
Christmas food.
Biscuits, tea cakes, Christmas. Oh, I've got some mince pies as well.
Everybody's got a Christmas stock in.
Oh, no way. Oh, no.
I actually made 6 up thinking there's going to be loads of people come in, but as usual.
Yes. Yeah, we were expecting some others, but they didn't arrive. Beer pong. Oh, cool. I'm christening my van. Very first cup of tea on my new shiny new work surface. Sorry, coffee even. Damon wants a decaf, so oops, that didn't go right. I'll try that again. We'll try that again. It's not working. Why is it not working? Are they not piercing then? Right, this time. Nope. Okay. Don't tell me I've got a broken coffee machine. I'll have to resort to kettle and tea bags and tea. Oh no. Don't tell me it's going to be one of those weekends. Ah. I am an idiot. I haven't put any water in it. Oh dear, oh dear. What am I like? Well, that's a good sign. That means the coffee machine isn't broken, although it might be by now. Let's get some water in it. That might help. Right then, should we try that again? Yes, yes, finally, yes, it's working. What a wally. There we go, 1 cup of coffee, and that's for Damon. And I shall do mine in a minute. I'm just going to take this over to the little hall. We're going to give the table a quick spritz over before we put all the food on it. So I'm having a strict shoes off policy in the van all this weekend. That floor there is sparkling clean. I properly washed it before I came away, so everything, shoes are remaining on the carpet only. There we go. Not sure how much of that you can see. Lots and lots of goodies. It's going to be a bit of a carb fest again. Don't worry, these are not real candles, they're little artificial ones, but they're pretty cool. And we've got, actually this time round, I'm actually going to try a bottle of red wine. It's getting dark, but Alex is on his way. So hopefully he's going to find the turning in the dark, because it's not lit up or anything. And neither am I. That's a very poor lighting on my camera. I might have to go and tweak my ISO. Right, Alex is here. Here he is.
Hello!
He's made it, and we're all just chilling out having nachos. Cooked compliments of Guinevere's microwave. So, let me get on and enjoy these, and I'll talk to you in a moment. Fish and chips. So, going to have a sit-down evening supper for Friday evening with fish and chips and coleslaw. Alex very kindly made a load of coleslaw, but there's not enough room in the fridge to fit all that, so we're going to eat what we can.
Far too late.
And then, and then I've got a smaller little Tupperware thing that might actually fit in the fridge. So if we can decant the rest off, that'll work.
It's a bit more expensive, but I think worth every penny not to queue. So we're going to eat. I'm going to have some of the coleslaw that I made, some of the sauces.
Lovely.
And yeah, we'll see in a second when we've eaten.
Sorry about chair noise. You're so cute.
If you want to watch that, Alex has the Daily Pilgrim channel, and I'll leave a link below in this video. Well, that was a gorgeous dinner, but it was so filling. I had to throw just under half of it away. It was really filling, wasn't it?
It was lovely.
It was very nice, but we definitely we went large. Could have easily done a small.
So you don't fancy don't want one of those then?
Well, snacks are different.
That's true.
There's always room for snacks, especially when they're chocolate. So I think Damon's sorting out some hot chocolate by the looks of it. I'm going to stick with water.
Not necessarily for now, but...
Okay, well that's a cool little stove. I've not seen that before.
Top of the burner, so you go.
Actually, you could do that, you know.
Yeah. Just do mine on there.
Yeah, good thinking. But I think we're going to set up for a little movie now. Damon's going to get his screen out and we'll have a little...
Should we put it across there?
Christmassy movie. Yeah.
There.
Okay.
We've got enough.
Sounds like a plan. I've just set my bed up and it's looking quite cosy in there, although I've just discovered a slight fault in the wiring. I know how to fix it. If I put the power to the heater on, all four of my main lights light up very, very dimly, and I know I shared an earth lead from one to the other, so I'm going to have to put a separate earth lead in. It just controls the little light on the button, so I'll have to draw the earth from a different location. And I can worry about that when I get back, but so I'm not worried. At first I was a bit worried because I thought, oh, have I got some sort of short circuit going on? But as soon as I turned the power to the heater off, they all went off, so I knew exactly what it was straight away.
Think about where you want to go and go! Oh, none of us said I can do this. Some things we gotta figure out on our own.
Well, that was fun. We just watched a movie. What was it called?
Christmas Chronicles.
The Christmas Chronicles Part 1. We're going to do Part 2 tomorrow, and it was just a fun little Christmassy themed film. So, are you going to leave the cinema screen up tonight?
Yeah.
Might as well, won't you? So, yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was a good film. It's based on a true story, apparently. Kurt
Russell.
Kurt Russell and a tiny little cameo from Goldie Hawn at the end.
Yeah.
Because she's always in all Kurt Russell films, isn't she?
She's his real life wife.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Oh, there you go.
Actually.
Ah. But Damon said it was only made 2 years ago. I'm sure it was. I don't know. It just had an older feel to it. But
Yeah, I think it was made in the style of an 80s movie. Definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's good. Enjoyed it.
Netflix film.
Oh, okay. Right then. It's nearly midnight. The other guys are still chatting away, but I've got to go to sleep. I've got to go to bed. I'm absolutely exhausted. I didn't sleep at all last night. So I've literally been up since sort of Thursday morning, and it's now Friday night. So I've made my bed up. Oh, let's just step inside, and can't see a lot going on. Let's get some lights on. There we go. The bed's been made, and the electric blanket's been on for the last couple of hours. Oh yeah, and that's a nice roasty toasty bed. So I've got my electric blanket running. The little soiree is going here. Oh, I'm down to 82%. That's really good actually, because this has been going for about, I don't know, I'd say over 2 hours. So that's cool. Right, so yeah, I'm going to try to get a good night's sleep. Hopefully I'll actually achieve some sleep tonight, because like I said, I didn't get any sleep at all yesterday or last night. I actually got up at 5 o'clock this morning because I was just lying in bed. I just couldn't couldn't sleep at all. I thought it was a waste of time just lying here. So I actually got up, did some video editing and things like that. And so it's been a full-on day. I had loads happen today as well at the house. I had to, I probably mentioned it in another video, I got like a whole load of guttering done, and that was all done. Had all the rubbish cleared from my garden. I had my hair cut, obviously, and the BT as well turned up and did their survey and everything. So and then I went camping, so it's quite a full day. I'm really tired now. So and I seem to have picked up a few little flying bugs, which have decided they want to spend the night with me. So that's fair enough. But it's quite chilly in here. I'm just debating whether or not to run the heater. But to be honest, I think I'm just going to jump straight into bed. That's a nice toasty warm bed with the electric blanket. And wish me luck. And I will hopefully hopefully get a good night's sleep. That'll be good. And then you know, maybe a little lie-in in the morning. And then tomorrow will be a fresh day, a new day, and we'll see what's what tomorrow. But I think whatever we do tomorrow will involve eating lots of food that's not good for us. But never mind. We'll do it anyway. So there we go. That's it. I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. It's the next morning. It's Saturday morning, and it's a little dull out there at the moment, but it's quite early. It's only about sort of 7:30 in the morning. You can't quite see the shepherd's hut over there. Alex is staying in the shepherd's hut just down the road there, or just on the other side of the field. And I just got up to go and use the loos in the block there, and threw a few clothes on. Wandered past the little communal hall there, and I saw Alex was sort of sat in the seat in the hall. It's really early, so I poked my head through the door. And apparently, he'll tell the story better on his channel, but he turned the boiler on, and it just like sort of early hours of the morning, just to make it a little bit warmer in the shepherd's hut. And then a few hours later, he heard this strange buzzing sound, and he went into the little bathroom that's in there, and it was full of flies. He literally encountered pestilence in his little shepherd's hut. So he's been sat in the main communal hall, you know, since the early hours. When you have your own little self-built camper, one of the things that I've always noticed is as you go and live your sort of life in this camper, you notice little things that you can make improvements on or may need to adjust. And I've just noticed one thing here is the coffee machine. It kind of seemed like a good idea to perch it on the end of the counter. That leaves the rest of the counter freed up. But from a forward-thinking perspective, it's awfully close to the cushions, and I noticed as the water droplets come in, there's a little bit of a you know, the occasional splash going on. That's not good. That hasn't been splashed at all, but potentially that's not necessarily a good arrangement. So I may have to find an alternative place for that to go. Even if I just put it that way against the wall, I think that's probably going to be the best solution. If I'd have thought of this earlier, I could have made this little gap here just wide enough to put the coffee machine, but alas I didn't. So I've got to figure it out. But for now, I think what I'm going to do, just for safety, I'm going to turn the coffee machine 90 degrees and have it that way, so all the business end of it is here. Now at some point I'm also looking into getting some sort of a splashback for the kitchen countertop. I'm not quite sure what I can use because there's a bit of sort of shape changing going on here, so I may have to put some sort of flexible tiles on, which won't look very good. Ideally what you need is a flat surface to put the splashbacks on. If you've got any ideas on that, I'm all ears, because I'm a bit baffled about how I can do a splashback without the splashback becoming sort of this shape, because the thing is, I mean, I could just put a straight piece of wood, you know, a bit of hardboard or something back there and then put the splashbacks on that, but I will lose, it will be at an odd angle. The only thing I can think of at the moment actually is just have a smaller splashback, so a splashback that goes up to this far. And then, to be honest, if the coffee machine's over here, it'll still be, you know, if it's doing its business here, it'll still be against the splashback. And then that way it can be nice and flush and straight, although it's probably going to look a bit odd ending early, if you see what I mean. So any thoughts on splashback on that, and avoiding that hump there? I'm a bit clueless at the moment, so any ideas, I'd appreciate that. Right, I'm going to go and join Alex in the community room. Right, so I've got some solar panel wires that were coming in from the roof and down here, and they sort of ended about here. So what I did was I put some little solar panel or some solar wire little plugs on them, and then I put 2 splitters. So the solar panel wiring goes off to the main battery, but I've actually made it so that there are 2 separate plugs there that I can tap into the solar system on the roof, and then I can actually feed power into the Swarry, so I can actually charge up the battery from the solar panels on the roof. And at the moment, the problem is the van's parked in shade. I don't know if you can see, we're actually in shade here, even though the sun is sort of shining on and off. It's a little bit shady here, so there's not a huge amount going in, but I'm sort of getting between 3 and 6 watts going in, so it's definitely charging. Now it's currently on 74%. I shall come back in an hour and see how that's doing, but it is good to know that that's working, and it hasn't affected the C-Tech. The C-Tech is still showing that it's charging the main battery as well, so it's charging both batteries, so I'm very pleased about that. Although, like I say, it's only tiny amounts because I'm parked in the shade, and I'm not going to move my van for the sake of today, because I don't actually need the Swarry, but I'm just curious to know that it will charge up if I need it to from the solar panels on the roof. There's like 350 watts worth of panels on the roof, but I'm only getting like single figure watts coming through. That's interesting. I wonder actually if I were to disconnect the solar panels from here, whether that would go up. But today's not a good day to test that theory, because obviously, like I say, we're in the shade, so there's not a huge amount coming in. But if I could put an isolation switch on the main wires there, but I may experiment with that, so isolating the input from the solar panel there, which may, when I need it, increase the power in this one. So because the vans are in shade here, I am having a go at charging up the main battery. We've been drinking coffees all morning, which means I've been making lots and lots and lots of coffees on my coffee machine, and the main battery is down to 63%. So I've set up over here simply because the shadow from the trees reaches sort of this far. So I've got these little mobile charging thingies, and while the sun is shining, I'm getting, I'm not sure if you can see that, it's a little bit reflective, but I'm getting 110 watts going in. So it's still on 63%, but hopefully at some point, if I just leave this here, that will go up during the daytime. I just must remember to come and collect it later on. But yeah, the sun's sort of on and off at the moment. It's sort of between cloud, but we'll see. It's all good for an experiment. Now the thing is, one of these solar panels alone won't create enough power to be recognized by the battery. You need at least 2, and they're connected in series, not in parallel, so that they combine the voltage. As a detector, it has to have a certain amount of voltage coming in, and the only way I can do that is to have the 2 tied together. So it's all, I don't understand how it works, it's all witchcraft and magic as far as I'm concerned, but it seems to be working, so that's good. And we're just about to have some rolls. Alex has very kindly made some rolls out of the homemade coleslaw and a bit of block of cheese there. So I'm going to have my first meal of the day. What time is it?
I don't know.
It's about lunchtime.
10 past 11, near enough.
Okay, 11's. We're going to have 11's.
Talking for 4 hours, I think, haven't we? So.
Yeah, we've been having great conversation, but very deep and philosophical conversation about life, the universe, and everything. I love conversation like that. And yes, it's been quite fun, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been good.
Actually, I haven't had a good, deep philosophical conversation for a long time, so I've really enjoyed that. So thank you, Alex.
Oh, pleasure.
That's great, and thank you for the roll.
Yes. So food for thought and food.
Food for thought and food for nourishment.
Yes.
So after drinking coffee all morning, I've decided, because we've got the biscuits out, I'm going to have tea, just so that they can be dunked. So I'm going to have dunk, and this is an Oreo. I always seem to recall Oreos being bigger than that.
I think they were.
These are tiny, tiny little Oreos. I bought a tin of Oreos for the trip, but they're tiny little things. But let's give one a go.
You literally are showing people how to dunk biscuits.
This is how you dunk biscuits, yeah. Hello. We have a visitor. Hello. Little tail going. Oh, you don't nibble my nose.
Good size.
So Jen's arrived and has just bought Star. This is. How did you acquire Star?
She's
another rescue.
Another rescue.
Yeah.
Okay.
After a week.
She's gorgeous. So I'm pleased to report the double array of solar panels charged up the main battery to 100%, which is great. And so now I've got the little soiree battery, which is the one I use for the electric blanket. I've got that charging up on a single array, because if I use the twin array, the voltage is too high for this. But we've got 58 watts going in, and it's on 83%, which a minute ago it was on about 79%. So this is going to be charged up in no time, so that's brilliant. It's turned out beautiful, and the temperature is I think it's above 11 degrees now. I think it's it just feels really quite warm. There's Alex's little Mercedes next to the shepherd's hut. But we've got some local residents. I thought I'd go and say hello, see if they're up for a fuss. Oh, they're both coming over. Hello, gorgeous. Don't get too near the fence, will you? Haven't got anything for you though. You want a fuss? You'll have a fuss. You want a fuss? I should have brought something over for you, shouldn't I? Haven't got anything, but I can give you a little fuss. I don't want to touch the fence. I don't know if it's live or not. It might not be, but I can't see anything connected up to it, but I don't want to test it anyway. So, hello. Hey. Gorgeous, aren't you, eh? She's going to stand there and look at me. Hello. They're bored of that now. It's heading towards tea time, and I'm just so not hungry. We've been sort of snacking all morning, drinking coffee, drinking tea, just consuming things that are not good for us. So I'm going to try to do some more nachos a bit later on. I think Damon's got some pizza and jacket potatoes planned for later, but if I have any, it's probably going to be a really small portion, but we'll see. Oh, it's lovely out there.
Gorgeous.
Oh, I thought you'd adopted the dog for good.
Well, I would, but I've got to go and get Hammond from the end of the lane. So.
Oh, is she here?
No, but she's only. She was 6 miles away. 2 to 3 miles now.
She's gorgeous.
Back up to 3.6. 3 miles. I'm going to walk down the end of the lane.
Daddy, where's he going?
Yeah.
Looking for him. Where's he here?
Hello. Hello, little girl. Little girlie. Hey.
New smells again.
Yeah. She's so sweet. She's chewing on my thumb.
She doesn't normally do a proper chew. It's normally,
Ow, there's a
She
chew.
touches
yeah,
it.
she has got
Yeah.
Needle teeth.
needle teeth, yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, there we are.
Becky, shush.
So,
Right.
Alex has just given us a little prezi. I wonder what they are, Alex.
I don't know, my camera's playing silly what's it.
Oh.
Right, yes. It's Christmas time and we've all got some wonderful Christmas gifts. I wonder what they could be.
They're not very festively wrapped.
Oh, stop
They're wrapped by the Royal Mail. Oh, right.
again. Damon's already spoiled his, he's opened his.
Oh,
Drum roll, please. I wonder what it is.
Wonder what it is. Oh.
Hey!
Cheers.
Let's have a little tour. Let's turn around. Shameless self-promotion.
Shameless self-promotion.
Dressed up as a Christmas gift. Would I?
Thank you, Alex. I should
pleasure.
keep that in my bag.
Excellent.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
The
Actually,
colours came out nicely.
That's the first mug I officially own in my new van. I'm going to have a drive of Alex's car, only over to the building over there. So I've never driven an SLK before, so
Before you do, I just want to say, I'll miss you.
you have little faith. Oh, I'm so. You have to take the roof off because I'm too tall for it. Right, I'm sure I can remember how to drive a car. We get... This way.
Bang!
How good at donuts is it?
Please don't find out.
I'll be good. I'll be good.
You want to take the handbrake off though?
It's a handbrake. How novel! Okay.
Off you go, into the sunset. Quite literally.
Tally-ho! No, it's like where you get closer to God. It's like in spiritual terms, it's like where the barriers are thinner between the spiritual realm and the world. It's kind of it's sort of generally referred to as like a thin place.
Wouldn't be a thin place with us lot.
Right then, we're going to start on some food. It's already dark outside, so my light's just come on out there. I'm going to make some nachos. So we're going to get these tangy cheese tortillas, and I've got the necessary sauces, thank you, in the van, and we're going to be using paper bowls this time, just to save on the washing up. And also, I forgot last night, but I did it today. As you may see, I I decorated my van. It's probably all you can see right now, but it's looking very sparkly. Right, let's just jump in. Now, one of the things I am going to do when I've built the bed is I'm going to make sure there is a light switch that's reachable from standing at the side of the van here. So there'll be a light switch in there. Otherwise, I've got to kind of make my way through the van like I have at the moment to the light switch at the back to turn on the lights. Right, so nachos, let's make some. I've got 3 bowls. So for nachos, we're going to be using these tangy cheese tortillas. Got a load in the bowls here. So we've got some grated cheese here. Chuck that on there. Right, so we've got salsa dip. Right, and I'm just going to nuke these for 40 seconds. Actually, this is a slightly smaller bowl, so I might go 30 seconds. 10, 20, 30 seconds. Right. There we go. The cheese is nicely melted and they're ready to go. So I'll just do those again. And then just 1 spoonful of sour cream on top. And we're good to go. So that's ready to serve up. Slam that door. Sorry, Dave. There we go. How are the nachos?
Oh, they're really good.
Very nice.
Good. Right then, you're probably not going to see anything. Oh, there we go. There's a light. This is Alex with his huge rate lens. That's a 600mm lens. And you can't see that. And this is Damon.
Oh, I'm just going to use the loo.
Damon's going off to use the loo. Too much information. But I'm pointing up at the sky. You're going to have to trust me, there are stars up there. It's very clear and it's also very, very chilly tonight. But we're going to see what pictures we can get. We've turned all the lights off in the building so our eyes can get adjusted, and already we can see the Milky Way up there, and that's pretty good. It's the longer we stay out here and our eyes get adjusted, the more visible it's becoming. Alex is going to try using his 600mm.
I'm struggling to get it mounted on the tripod.
Do you need light?
Oh yes, please.
Right, let me sort this man out with some light. Camera.
Well, actually, I think I've done it, but yeah, I will have some light just to check.
So, oh, hang on, there.
Because that's quite a lot of kit to drop if I get it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I forgot I've got a light on my phone, so that's useful.
I just need
camera. So, Alex is using the Lumix S5, which is a full frame camera with a Sigma 20, was it? 150 to 600mm f1.5, very, very posh lens. That's a very expensive piece of glass and very long.
Yes, I'm often told that.
So he's going to point it up at the sky and do a thing.
A thing, we'll see.
And if anything comes out, I might chat him up for a copy, so I can insert photo here. So that was the most amazing picture you've ever seen. No pressure, Alex.
Okay. I'm still worried about you chatting me up with my lens. Right, okay, let's...
Well, it is a big one.
Well...
Oh dear.
It never gets old.
We're
not...
I blame Damon. He's Mr. Innuendo. He's a bad influence on us. Well, we've just been sat outside with the camera. Damon lent me his little camera rig. So this is quite a cool little rig. It's for your iPhone. But yeah, I've just been pointing the phone at the sky. I tried pointing the GoPro at the sky and I don't think anything came out. But I pointed the iPhone at the sky, started taking some photographs, like held in that rig. And it turns out that the iPhone can take quite good pictures of the sky. So I'm probably showing you a few examples of some of the pictures I got literally just by putting the phone on the tripod and pressing the photo, take photo button. and it gave me all these shots. I'm really quite impressed with them. So I'm just going through some of these photographs, and I noticed this one. I was pointing it up at the sky to try to photograph the Milky Way, and you can sort of see the Milky Way coming down the middle. But if you look over to the right, about halfway down, I think I've caught the Andromeda Galaxy, because it was in the vicinity of where I was pointing the camera. And that's definitely a galaxy there. And I caught that on a phone, on an iPhone. I was able to photograph the Andromeda Galaxy, although obviously not very well detailed, but I'm just really impressed with the fact I was able to capture anything. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. Well, that was nice. We just watched, what was it, the Christmas Chronicles number 2, the follow-up to the one we watched yesterday. And that was quite fun.
Good.
Quite entertaining little film. So Damon's packed the screen down now. And I'm not sure if I mentioned Alex is staying in here tonight because he got inundated with flies. And he didn't fancy that again tonight, so he's
Not
in
even
here.
slightly.
So he just put his big bed up. Luckily, Damon had a big blow-up bed in the back of his van, which was for camping, but got put to use anyway. That wouldn't have fitted in mine. Looking at it, I was going to borrow it for the back of my van, but there's no way. It's too big. That's practically That's a 4-foot double, isn't it?
6 foot by 4 foot.
Yeah, that's exactly the same size as my bed at home. Right, I think we're looking at possibly a hot drink and then retire for the evening. We're all very tired, all this fresh air. And it's a lot.
Fresh air. We were sat here all day.
Well, we went out earlier, got some photographs and things, and it's definitely chillier tonight than it was like yesterday. And it's I've had to put my electric blanket on again. I may even put the heater on tonight. I'll give that a go. But we're just going to start the fire up and get the kettle on, and then we'll go from there. Right then, there we go. That's it for another evening, and that was all good. Great. Had a great day. Had a great weekend. Off home tomorrow. No particular time tomorrow. We're just going to take it easy, have a nice relaxing morning, and then head on home when we're ready. But I'm off to bed tonight. It's like nearly getting on towards 1 o'clock in the morning, and I've just got the heater on actually. I'm just starting it up because it's a little bit chilly in here. But yeah, so I'm signing off for tonight, and we will see you in the morning. Well, good morning. I'll just wait for that to stop. There we go. Good morning. It's the next morning. It's Sunday morning, and it's quite early actually. I think it's about... Oh, let's have a look. I've got no clock in here, and I've also realised I've got no mirror in here. Yeah, it's not even 9 o'clock yet. It's like 10 to 9. And I've decided to get up because I couldn't really sleep. I had a good night's sleep, but then I just I was awake, so I thought, right, might as well get up. Alex was already awake. I walked past to go and have a wash, and he was up. He's an early riser. Yeah, what can I say? It's Sunday morning. We're off home today, and it's very early, so we're just making a couple of cups of coffee. I've got one for myself and one for Alex, and we'll probably just have a sit quiet for a while and sort of gather our thoughts for the day, and then we've got to think about packing up and heading on home. The bed is really comfy, but what I have noticed is, unlike on my the old designer bed, which had a little lip on it that kept the cushions together, I found the cushions were starting to sort of fall apart, because I've got a one long cushion and then a big fat cushion, and I get falling down the gap. So I'll be glad when I've got an actual proper bed, which hopefully will be the next time I camp in this, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Greetings and salutations. This is Alex. I hope everyone's having a great day. This is a little bit of revenge because, Rick, you took my camera and you imitated me. So I'm going to do the same, and what can I say? My hair's a bit messy. Oh no, wait, you've had it cut. I am the funniest person on the planet, so Easter egg revenge. We had loads left over though, didn't we?
Yeah, we got all this. We're gonna have a little meet up nearer Christmas. So we've got a load of bits and bobs. I'm gonna put in the spare room, and I'll use those for the next meet up at Christmas time.
And you won't eat them.
And I won't.
You're back in the wagon, aren't you?
I'm back on the wagon on Monday, so I won't eat them. He says, well, maybe Tuesday. We'll see. Because there are some things that do need using up, like this half bottle of red wine. So
I'm sure you'll find a home for that.
Oh yes. So right, anyway, we'll get on and get done.
Well, hello again, and Rick has rather foolishly left his camera. What could we leave for him?
Could go wrong.
It could go very wrong. We've already had a bit of a Mickey take. I'm doing it again. I'm doing what Rick did when he was imitating me. I can't think of anything to say. Should we just say love you?
Love you.
Hope you find it.
Right, there we go. That's pretty much the room cleared. We've just got a few last little bits to tidy up, but we're pretty much done. Got Damon and Alex chatting with Dave over there in the van, and I think we're just gonna have a last couple of cups of tea, and then we'll sort of head off. And we are looking to do a get together again just this side of Christmas. So a lot of all the goodies and things that we had here, I'm going to just keep in a box at home, and then I'll bring them along to the next get together. But as far as the the diet goes, it went out of the window this weekend. I kind of planned for it, and I should be back on the wagon tomorrow, and then hopefully, because I know I would have put on probably half a stone this weekend in weight, but that will soon go. By the end of the week, that will have all come off again, so we should be fine. That's quite nice actually. You've got the sunshine and the heat coming from the fire there. That's nice. Right, the van's all packed up, ready to go back, and I can drive pretty much with this lot like this is, although I think I'm going to empty the bin because I don't want that tipping over. But one thing to note here, when I came here, I bought 2 full 10-litre jerry cans. I haven't touched this one, and this one I've only used that amount of water. That's what's left. So in the entire weekend I've only used that amount of water, although admittedly they have got washing up facilities just over there, and they've got sort of bathrooms, so I've had washes and things over in the bathrooms. But I think it was a good decision so far to downsize on the water. So that's pretty good. I'm quite pleased about that, and I'll be tipping those away when I get home. In fact, to be honest, just to save a bit of weight and a bit of fuel, I could probably empty those before I set off. I might save a few pennies on the fuel consumption. I think I'll do that actually. Well, we're just sat here chilling out. It's really nice, isn't it? It's so quiet.
Sunshine coming through.
The sun's coming through.
Yeah.
We've got the door open. It's quite mild and pleasant. See the little fly things up there, little horse flies or whatever they are, dancing in the sunshine. It's like it's little well, they look like little mayflies, but it's November, so they can't be.
They're not horseflies. We'd be bitten to death.
But it's the wrong time of year. I mean, it's the culture to kill them all off, but it's just so mild. But anyway, it's been a lovely weekend. We've just done very little, apart from eat things that are bad for us.
Haven't done anything.
And
Play any games.
Didn't play any games or anything. We just talked for England. Put the world to rights a few times, and just switched off, and it's been really, really nice. I'm feeling very switched off now, and I've got to drive home at some point. So, but thank you, gentlemen. Nice to
Thank you, Rick.
see you guys here again, and we'll no doubt meet up again soon. But I shall sign off for this video. So thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.